Yo, what's poppin', man? OFX in the building. So, wanted to do another trade breakdown on AU. This week was actually really, really dope. Market was moving really, really well. And on Sunday night, there was actually a trade that was a potential 50 to 1 trade. So, really, really good. It was at like 2 a.m. on Monday, I think. And it was super easy, super dope. And it goes to show the power of only trading one pair because you could have made half of your account on this one trade. So, let's get into it. So you want to notice right here and right here how price kept struggling over and over to break, or how to keep pushing up, right? And then we had this really strong push up, and then immediately followed by a really strong push down. And then when we had this really strong push or down, and then look how choppy the bias got afterwards, right? Then we had a really strong push that broke this, and all this structure down here, right? All of that. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to measure that, man. We want to really see how long it took to do that. So, boom, right? Look how this took to get from here to here took 100 or 39 days. To here took 3 days, right? That shows momentum. It took 3 days to wipe out all of this, right? And then we had that push down, and then we want to do the same thing for the push back up. And then we see, okay, so it took 3 times the amount of time to get back up, probably about like 70% of this entire impulse right here. So, based off of this, breaking all this structure, and then based off of how long it took to get back up to about 70% of this first impulse, it shows momentum with that entire thing. So, we already know that, like, most likely we want to sell off, right? Just based on that. And then we are also in discount, right? We are in anything past 50% of this impulse is a discount. And what we see right here is we have this 4 hour hidden supply, right? So what we want to do is we want to see the reaction of the POI. We don't want to initially take it. You can, but it's really risky. But mainly you just want to see the reaction, right? If you want to risk it, you can do that. But what I do is I just want to see the reaction of what actually happens. So go down to the 5 minute, and what happens is we can see, okay, price came up in here, and look what it is, divergence. From here to here is down, from here to here is up, right? So there's divergence in the POI. We had a really strong push right here, kind of, but it did push down and it did break this structure. And then as it's pulling back up, you can see how price is pretty choppy coming back up, right? See how it's kind of chopping back up. And then what we want to do again is we want to see if we can get a trade in discount. So this is a really good POI right here, right? This is in discount, and this is a good POI. So we have divergence, we have the breaker structure, we have choppy weak buys, and we have a discount POI. Okay. So next thing we want to do is go down to the 1 minute and then see what it's looking like on there. And then if we look how there's divergence from here up, here down. So that's an extra confirmation that we're like, okay, we're good. We're good for sales. So boom, right? We can place a sell if we want to be realistic and factor in spread. We could be like, this is at 10 p.m., so it'll probably be about like 1.5. And then boom. So we could have about like a 3.5 pip stop, right? And then boom. If you want to write it out, you can write it out. If you want to take it at a certain TP, you can take it at a certain TP. If you want to take partials, you can do that. But look what happened if you would have just rolled out the entire trade, right? That was a whole thing, divergence, breaker structure, everything. And then if you would have rolled it out, held the entire week, you had a potential of about 50 to 1, right? Right there. 50 to 1 trade. And that was on that was at Monday at like 1 a.m. That is super powerful, right? Super powerful just on one pair, man. It doesn't take a lot of pairs to make a lot of money. A 50 to 1 on a Monday, man. That's the breakdown for the week. And of course, if you dive into it, you know, you could have caught this pullback in the imbalance. You could have caught this pullback, the hidden supply. You could have probably caught a trade right here. You know, there was that. You know, there was multiple other trades you could have caught. This one, but the main one, you could have caught this, wrote it down all week, and then caught every little pullback because every pullback is an entry. So that's it for me, man. OFX out.